All right, hello everyone, thank you very much for attending. I am Joseph Garrone, I'm a French open source developer working for the public service of France and of the European Union. And today I'm very excited to introduce to you, if you don't know it already, Keycloakify. So Keycloakify is a framework that you use when you want to customize any of the user interface of Keycloak. So this is a tool that you use, for example, when you want to use your own styles for when user enter the password or create an account, or you can create an admin theme for changing the pages where user change their password, for example, customize the emails that Keycloak sends to your users, and even customize the admin console by removing feature or applying your branding. So Keycloakify is not a new project by any means. It has been under heavy development for over 4 years now. And I can't have access to the internet, but I'm gonna improvise, I guess. All right, I hope it's not my website that is down. All right, this is very unfair because I don't host this website myself. It's a Gitbook, but if it's Gitbook that is down, all right. Anyway, I wanted to show you Neon, for example, to show that, oh yes, it's my website that is down, great. So Neon, for example, you know, it's the database provider. If you click and log in, you're redirected to a Keycloak instance, and this Keycloak instance is, this is a theme made with Keycloakify. So it's used by real big organization to have a very deep integration of the design system into Keycloak. And if you ever tried yourself to reproduce the brand identity of your business into Keycloak, into the login pages, you might have felt a bit frustrated because Keycloak is using FreeMarker, which is a templating language very keen to PHP, but it has a bit of a strange syntax if you're not used to, and recreating the look and feel of your brand identity in a different stack and maintaining it so that the user doesn't have the impression that he's leaving your platform to going to somewhere different. Well, this is a lot of work, and this is the problem that Keycloakify solves. It lets you create your pages as if they were part of your application. So you can use your front-end tooling that you're used to, React, Angular, Svelte. You can use your UI libraries, your styling solution, Tailwind, Material UI, Angular Material, and even reuse the component libraries that you might already have. So let me show you a little demo to give you a feel of what it's like to use Keycloakify as a developer, all right? Because Keycloakify is all about providing the best developer experience possible to match what you expect when you use Auth0 or Clerk, where everything is seamless. We're trying to meet this standard with this project. So you create an empty project on GitHub, all right? My Keycloak UI, you will clone it on your machine, and you want to initialize it with modern front-end tooling. So Vite is the king here. So you will instantiate with Vite, and Vite will ask you to choose a framework. At the moment, thanks to the contribution of the community, we have React, Angular, and Svelte. But here we're going to select React, and of course you want to use TypeScript. Okay? And first thing you're going to do is install Keycloakify as a dependency of your web project. And once you have installed your dependency, you have the Keycloakify CLI that will help you do several things. And the first thing you want to do is Keycloakify init. And it will ask you a few questions. So the first question is, okay, is that a new project that is specifically dedicated to create a Keycloak user interface? Or are you installing Keycloakify in a web project that already exists and you want to develop the pages alongside the rest of your code so that you can reuse the components that you already have? Because depending on the answer, the setup will be a bit different. So here we start from scratch, all right? And it asks, do you want to start with a login, account, admin, or email theme? So we start with a login theme. And last question, do you want the test files? So the stories. The story is very important because they let you test, preview the page without having to run a Keycloak and manually create a user, confirm password, just to be able to see if the page rendered properly. So yes, we want that. So it will install everything that we need, including Storybook for rendering the pages, and we can do npm run Storybook. And voila, we have a preview of the pages of Keycloak in different configuration. For example, the login page here with the social media provider. We can look at the register page, and by default, you see it matches the style that come by default with Keycloak. And from here, we can start customizing. So I will show CSS-only customization because there is a big misconception about this framework. A lot of people think, okay, Keycloakify is when you have great ambition for your theme. You want to create a UI from scratch, you use that, but otherwise you're better off with the built-in theming system. It's not really true. Keycloakify still provides a great developer story for very basic customization with only CSS. So I open the inspector and I try to look at what I want to customize. So for example, this header here. And if I look, I see that there is a standardized way of applying classes here. So most elements have a KC something class, and those classes aren't for actually applying styles. They have no style applied to them, but they are targets for you to apply your custom style. So I'm gonna copy this KC form header class, and I will just create a main.css file where I apply this border. Okay, so now it's the only abstraction that Keycloakify introduces, the idea of file ownership. When you install Keycloakify, it will copy a lot of files into your source folder, but those files aren't tracked by Git. They are managed by Keycloakify. The idea is to let you show everything, so you can see how the front end works. But if you want to customize a file, you read the command that is at the top of the file, and you run the command for taking ownership of the file. Think of it like file-based forking, all right? So I will take ownership of this, and so style level customization, okay? So now the file become green, so it's now part of my project. It will show up on GitHub. And I will import main.css, and voila, I have the border. Let's apply actual customization that everyone wants to do. It's changing the background here. So I can see that there is a background CSS rule here. And well, with Keycloakify, I will just import an asset directory in my project and, well, apply to the body the background that I want. And I'll do so like I would in any modern front-end project. So asset background, repeat center, fixed, and voila, we have the background image that have been changed. Okay, so this is for CSS-only customization, easy, but the real selling feature is the component level, changing the HTML, multi-step registration process to be really modern, you have to get your hand dirty and like do at the React level. So how do you customize at the React level? For example, my realm here, I want to change and put my company logo. All right, so I inspect, and I see that there is an internationalization key, login title center, HTML, sorry, and I'm going to use that. And I'm going to search in my logging directory. I'm showing you that just because to give you confidence that you can pull it off even if you're not a React guru. If just by searching what you need to change, you will be able to figure things out. So login title HTML, okay, I see that this is what I need to change. It's in the template component that is common to every page. It's what's around the card. And again, since I'm going to change this file, I'm going to say, okay, Keycloakify, start tracking the changes on this file. Perfect. And now I can just import my file like I would in any other project and replace this span by my logo SVG, and that's it. The logo is applied. And last thing is you can, if you want, disable all the default styles and start from scratch. So if you are willing to do so, it's just the flip of a switch. So once you have a theme that you think is ready, it's good to test it in a real Keycloak before shipping to production. And Keycloakify provides tooling for this. Keycloakify Start Keycloak, and it lets you select among the latest major of Keycloak to test your theme. So let's test in Keycloak 26, and it will configure everything for you, load your theme with hot reloading enabled, and provide a little app so that you can preview your theme and actually test it. So test user, password 123. I have access to a cute little dashboard with few options. I can test my theme. And when I'm ready to release, and I can even still update my code, and it will reload in real time. So even when I'm testing in Keycloak, I can still keep developing. So yeah, once you're confident that your theme is ready, you run npm build Keycloak theme, and it will generate the jars for Keycloak. So it's the standard extension. You can just import it in Keycloak, and it's any theme that is built with Keycloakify is compatible with Keycloak down to version 11. So you don't build a theme for a specific version of Keycloak. You are building a theme that will work with all major versions. All right. So, well, as a conclusion, let me tell you about the future of the project. Currently, Keycloakify is being used by Cloud IAM in Europe and Phase 2 in the US for creating theme builder, visual theme builder for their clients. They want them to be able to configure the login aspect without having to write any code. So they are building this technology with this framework. And as for us, we would like, and this has been requested many, many times in issue and on Discord, because there is an active community that is asking to have starting kits that are not using Patternfly, which is the design system of Red Hat. It's good, but it's very opinionated. It has a strong branding, and removing this branding to apply yours is a big investment. So we are working, and this is why we are decoupling the Keycloakify compiler from the actual extensions so that you can pick when you initialize the project. If you want to start with, for example, MUI, Tailwind, and ShadeCN, and have a base theme that is much more neutral and closer from the stack that you are already using. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you very much for your attention.
So Keycloakify seems like a very cool project. That is that commercial services or open source software?
Oh, no, it's fully open source MIT. Sometimes I forget to say it, but I work for the public service. And as of now, we are not making money, or except a little bit of GitHub donation.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, but it doesn't, like, at some point we gonna have to try and find a way to make it sustainable. But like the French taxpayer money are basically paying for it currently.
Wow, thanks so much.
And the contributor, there is Cathy in Allemagne, in Germany, who has been working on the Angular support for like many years, 2 years now. So yeah. And Luca in Italy. So yeah, but those are people that are working on their weekend on this. So yeah, no backing.
Thank you very much. Any questions?
Thanks a lot for presenting Keycloakify. It was a very great presentation. Just want to add that like in some next Keycloak version, I think there is plan to add something called quick theme or some feature like that, which will allow some more easy customization. So for example, if you want to add your own logo or some basic CSS modifications to the themes, it may be possible without a need to introduce your own theme. But it seems that it will not support all the things which Keycloakify supports. So just wanted to check if you had any, or if you checked this. Or
Yeah, I saw the presentation of Eric in Frankfurt at the Keycloak Dev Day. So yeah, I know the feature, and I was like, Keycloakify is like the core of our user are big companies that need very, very advanced customization. So just theme building with no code is just one of the many applications that Keycloakify can have, but I don't think that there is a big overlap here. It's just that CloudIM and Phase 2 are building a visual theme builder, and you are also building a theme builder. But yeah, there's no real overlap, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks.
Okay, so it's time. So thank you, Joseph.